Wow. Go. Oh. Oh. Oh, I'm so tired. Wow. Oh. Oh. Out. Hey, you can't steal Cedar's toy. Out. Wally. Out. Thank you. No, wait your turn. Right. My dogs are idiots. Come on. Hey, guys, I've got the clip from our interview with the Mutt Nutt for you today, guys. I'm really excited for you to hear it. He's a super passionate dog trainer from the UK. If you don't already know the Mutt Nutt, he's got a huge female following. He's also got a really big dog training following. He's a really handsome dude. Good friend of mine. Really looking forward to catching up with him later this year. Last night we were there. We were able to got invited around to his place, catch up, see Lenny and the dogs. And then we were lucky enough to get out for dinner. But before that, we sat him down and asked him a bunch of questions and just did a bit of a podcast. So here it is. As I said, he's super passionate about dog training. So I'd love for you guys to listen, take your time to get through it and listen to the way he talks about dogs, the way he trains, the ultimate outcome for dogs. The reason he's so passionate for it, and the fact that like dogs should lose freedom through reactivity and things like that. And the reason, I guess, I look up to the big man and everyone over there, but very much to Simon. But the outcome of like doing training so that you can do this sort of stuff with your dogs, not what I used to do, which was a lot of the tricks and the cool stuff, which I still like doing because it's fun. But ultimately, the training leads to just hanging out at the park. I know Wally's on a long lead, just legal reasons, right? Like I don't need him to have him on a lead, but if a ranger rocks up, I'm like, oh look, I've got him on a lead. That's my excuse anyway. But they just run around and here having fun, and being able to do this with the dogs is the reason I now find a second sort of new drive into dog training and working with you guys and doing the reactivity stuff. And I almost lean more into that now, or I just want to work with reactive dogs. I just want to help people that need help. We do the puppy programs and all those sort of things to keep the business turning over, and we love puppies, obviously. They're super fun. But even in that program, I'm not really pushing out a lot of like trick training and learning and all that sort of stuff. We're just teaching you how to have a fundamentally really well-balanced, well-rounded, resilient puppy that can then take on the world that we live in, and you can get out and do things like this with your dogs and actually enjoy them, because it's what we get them for, not hiding in the dark and dealing with reactivity and not being able to walk them and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, I'm waffling, and I do love a waffle. Don't think I'm going to stop. But check it out, guys. Simon Moody, the Mutt Nutt. Nice little catch up. He gives us a bit of training for our imaginary, or Alyssa's imaginary golden retriever, Peaches. I think she's gone with the name for. And I will get Alyssa back in next week. She's been super busy training dogs, and our calendars haven't lined up to sit down together and actually film one of these. So next episode, I promise you, we'll have Alyssa in it, maybe even a guest. I've got guests lined up. But yeah, check it out, guys. It's a lot of fun. Simon Moody, the Mutt Nutt. Check him out. Give him a follow on Instagram and YouTube too. If you don't do it now, you'll remember at the end, but get onto it. Yoo-hoo! Enjoy. What if you just put her on the ground? Will she just like bugger off?
Yeah. She had a shit in it the other day, so
Oh, don't do that.
Doesn't bode well.
That's all right.
Right, please don't shout, because you're ruining the podcast.
She'll be right.
Sorry.
It's not.
Intro again.
Well, yeah, we'll just chop it in. But anyway, this is Simon Moody, the Mutt Nutt. And we met through the YCA sort of thing. We followed you online. We chatted briefly when we heard you were coming to Australia.
Yeah.
But then obviously we met in Queensland for the first time, sort of face to face, and kept in touch since, really.
Mate.
It's been a really rad time following. I think once I got to meet you and then know bit more personally, you follow with a lot more intent. No, what's the word for it? Care. You care what you're posting, right? Yeah. Oh, you're the nicer one. Yeah, you did. All of the girls think you're the nicer one because, and I note Kirky, don't get fucking mad at me, and Jacob, you'll just chin it. But like, you always reply really quickly, and you're pretty genuine in all your comments and stuff like that. The boys are obviously super busy with their millions of fans and stuff like that. They don't always get back to us on the Instagram.
Seychelles and storing money and shit like that.
Yeah. And I think I was chatting with a bot for a while with Jacob. Sorry.
Maeve.
Sorry. No laughing. Yeah, I think I was chatting to AI for a little bit. What's her name?
Come here. Maeve.
Sort it out.
You're sort of hijacking the podcast at this point.
That's okay.
She's here on a little sausage, and we work heaps of them, and this is pretty normal.
Oh yeah. She's in a small package. She's a bit spicy.
Yeah, it's a reflex. It's a reflex, right? And it gets just gets rewarded unknowingly by the family because they coddle them. It's really common.
Yeah. She's sweet. She's a bit spicy.
Yeah.
Bless her. But yeah, no, it's been interesting to watch you guys as well. Like in terms of from my perspective.
Yeah.
Because did you? So when did we first start speaking? Probably like
just before you come out to Sydney, so June, July, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, probably. I probably was following you from then, and then I might have commented a few times on stuff like that.
Because you doing his mentorship then, or
October 1st.
So
pretty fresh.
Oh, okay. So you were just
We met. We were talking to you guys and was like, we're fans, and I think I did his like the Bible and the business blueprint, the smaller courses sort of thing when they first come out, and I loosely did them. Like I didn't really without the push. We're like, it sounds good, but maybe it won't work for me, so I won't do it.
Yeah. And
then the ones that you're like, oh, that'll work, you'll do. But then once you're in the mentorship and you've got that like push, like you have to do it, or you should do, you really, really should do it. So yeah, we've been in since October, I guess. Well, why don't we start with, because you did the program, or you were a mentee, you were one of his first mentees.
Like one of the first.
Yeah.
With YCA.
Yeah.
Which feels like a long time ago now. Maybe get them for like 2 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, right.
So that was, literally the first round of mentorship. It was the first round.
First group.
Simao was in it.
Yeah, cool. So Simao did the mentorship to train dogs, to become a dog trainer. So funny. Like when we got there, we were so not in the loop, or I felt like I was not in the loop, that like Simao and Owen and everyone were trainers as well. Even just saying that then, when I saw Simao working dogs, I thought he just kind of learnt to teach the program that was there. I didn't even know he was actually a trainer.
He was very keen on dogs and went through the apprentice. So went through it. Obviously that you didn't see the old place, did you?
No. Well, like on lots of videos.
Yeah. So don't get me wrong, the new place is amazing.
Yeah.
Well, there's a special place in my heart for the
old tent. Yeah. The tent's still at the back, right? I noticed.
No, the tent's in the new place now.
Yeah, in the back.
Sorry, in the back.
Yeah.
The other one's just an empty field now, but that was a special place for me.
Yeah.
Special place because it was like first into that side of the training and the industry and PSA and getting to know Jacob, and I've known Jacob now for like 3.5 years or something.
Was that
a long time? So.
Was that when your transition from posi to balanced?
It sort of already begun, and then he just
nailed it.
Like picked me up under his wing almost, and just that's why I'm incredibly grateful to him, because he's literally like, I owe him a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
And he's given me, crazy amount of time and expertise, and wants me to, we've been on trips with him, and he's desperate for me to go away with him again.
Yeah.
Been messaging me before this actually, so but
I owe him a lot. New Zealand?
I owe him a lot.
Yes.
Come on. We're going to go.
We'll see.
It's obviously easy for us, right? It's only $600 from Sydney to New Zealand, so we're.
But he's a good guy. He's a really good guy. I owe him a lot. We had some good laughs, and his dogs pretty much messed my arm up, so it won't be the same again.
Yeah.
But the old place is cool, but the new place is amazing. So
yeah.
I'm sure. I'm assuming.
There's lots of clips we'll put in. We're not sure. This I think this is going to be
this episode.
I think this is going to be a separate
roundup. Or?
I think this is going to be a separate episode.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, if there's little bits in here, we might add it into the.
But you've got all sorts from this week.
Yeah,
You're
heaps.
special. You can have your own.
Oh, there you go. So you get your own. Mutt Nutt special. But we probably take little bits of this and put it into the YCA trip.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't know. Talk to Lockie. But yeah, I mean, man, if you're coming down to New Zealand, it's only a fucking stone hop to Sydney, and then you got a couple of weeks on the beaches.
Brooke would move tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't have to move. You just
No,
come
but
and enjoy it.
she loved it that much.
Yeah.
Look,
I said the same thing to Jacob and May.
Yeah. Mrs. YCA.
Mrs. YCA. It doesn't have the same ring to it. It's just not the same. Because they were like, oh, we'd love to get out there and stuff like that. I was like, the best thing you could do would be to set up a business there with a business partner and have it all set, and then you ship, because they got so many dogs, right? They're not shipping.
Yeah, that's the thing. But again, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do, is it?
No, you're going to want to bring one of the dogs over at a time under the business name and in the business, and then have them be part of the business and the facility there, and that way he can even do some are here, some are there, some are here, some are there, and the dogs are there for a year while they transition, because they're all going to go through quarantine.
What is the quarantine?
I think it's 3 months.
Because I heard 3 months, but then I've heard 10 days if you have like
some
sort of preparation or on this side.
You can probably do stuff here first.
Because when I heard that, I was like, no way I could do that.
There's stuff you can do before it here. I don't want to waffle because I don't think I know the right answer, but I think it's a bunch of vaccinations and tests, and then probably a decent amount of isolation. And then they'll do the same on the other end. But they're obviously streamlining it as much as they can.
Yeah.
But then if you've got somebody there to receive the dogs, or you're there and then come back with the other one sort of thing, and then you know they're okay, you can back and forth.
Yeah.
They don't all have to go at once. It's not too traumatic for everyone. And then you get a setup, and then I think if you get a business set up in Australia, it's much easier. It'll be much easier for you to go for like residency and stuff like that.
I know we loved it. We sang your praises all the time, and ever since, it's the best place I've ever been.
Yeah, it's good fun.
Definitely. I've been to fortunate to have been to a lot of places. Been to America, been all across Europe, been to Dubai, been all around there, and I lived in Norway. Like, that was cool. Norway was really cool. Just the weather.
Yeah,
it's harsh as anything.
Those mics connected. I feel like I'm looking at that from here, and they're not connected. Do you want to double check? Are they moving up and down?
Yeah.
Is it connected to the phone? The phone there?
Top.
Should be. Doesn't look like it slid out on the back. No? Cool. Okay, it's me tripping. It's happened to me once before, and we chatted for like an hour and we had no audio, and I was like,
done all that before.
Yeah.
Done all that before.
Yeah, look, I've done a bit of travelling, but not US. Done a bit of Europe and Asia and all that sort of stuff, and obviously I've done the UK and that.
So how many times have you been to the UK?
I think this is my third or fourth in and out of the UK. So 10 years ago, when I was in the restaurant game, I sold a cafe. The girlfriend left me and everything, and I sold all my cars and hot rod collection and stuff, and just packed everything. I had 23 kilos, and I bought a one-way ticket here.
Oh.
But it was via Asia and Europe. So me and a buddy did like 8 months backpacking through Asia and Europe.
Oh, wow.
Got to London, got a job. I was working in a cafe for 3 months or something, and I was like, this is just miserable. And the money was not very good either. Yeah, well, I had a buddy there who had a cafe, and an Aussie guy, and I was like, yeah, I can just slip right into the work and everything and do it, and it was pretty miserable. So I went back up north and saw the Nan again for a bit, and then...
So where's up north?
She's in Durham, or
nice.
she's in Shotley Bridge, which is like 15, 20 minutes out of Durham.
Yeah, nice part of the world up there.
Yeah, beautiful. Really like quite small towns, like small town, real small town. And then, just bailed on that. Went back into Europe, back into like Amsterdam and Belgium and Germany and stuff again, and then went Turkey, Singapore. I think I went back to Australia and helped a buddy open a cafe, and then I figured out I was...
You've been around a bit, mate.
Hey?
You've been around a bit.
That was like a two-year trip on the road with just a backpack. It was like 15 or 18 countries, I can't remember. Wow. It was a lot. Spent 50 grand. It was pretty good, I think.
Pretty cheap.
Yeah.
2 years.
Like then the hostels and stuff were, particularly through Asia, were like $7 a night.
Yeah, I bet.
Like it was peanuts. But I worked out when I was living back in Sydney that I was paying more to live and work there than I was just losing money. I was like, I'm getting paid and spending savings every week just to try and keep it. And I was like, fuck. So I moved to Bali, and I was living in Bali for 6 months. and I was writing, of all things, because I can't really read or write. I'm dyslexic, but I was writing for like food magazines and stuff. And then got a call from a buddy who said a cafe that I liked back home was up for sale. Like they were closing, going out of business. And I made a quick call and was like, "Yep, I'll be there tomorrow, and I'll take it. I'll get on the red-eye flight and I'll buy it off you." And then that was
Cool.
the road to where we are now, where I lose everything, and then I start dog training. But that was probably like 7 or 8 years as well. 2017 that started to
Dog
2013. No, 2023 I started dogs. So 2017 I started a restaurant cafe thing, and that was 8 venues and 50 odd staff, and I lost everything in 2023. COVID, a little bit after COVID. It wasn't just COVID. It was just COVID affected the industry, I think.
Yeah.
And then price of everything went up and all that. So yeah, lost everything there, and then the missus left, and it was just me and the dog, and started dog training. So, and then built it up. We thought we were going to franchise, right? So when I originally brought Alyssa on, I was like, I've got this great business model. We make about $3,500 to $4,000 a week per staff just working. We'll copy paste this, and then you'll do one, and I'll take 10%, and then we'll get another one, and you'll get 5%, and I'll get 5%, and then it'll like snowball into like a franchise, right? And that was the plan. And then Jacob came along, and we started the mentorship. We were about 6 months into building our first franchise model, like building up the skill set with Alyssa and the clientele. And that all just went, and we just changed the product, changed the delivery methods, and it's gone through the roof. So
Nice.
yeah, it's really cool. It's good because I thought it was humbling because I thought we were killing it, and we were like doing the best we could, and like in the first 6 weeks or something, we doubled our trade, and we're operating a day less a week. We were like, holy shit, been doing this wrong all along.
It's mad, isn't it? Small changes can just...
Yeah.
Well, big changes as well, but like...
Yeah, and there's more to come
changing
too.
the order of things is... Yeah, I've had the same myself.
Yeah.
You know, in different ways, obviously being a one-man band, but yeah.
We, Anyway, we don't want to talk about us.
Yeah.
No.
Shut up.
Okay. Go, ask them another question. Here you go.
Okay. I actually, what are your services? Like, what do you offer? Because you're obviously all mobile.
Yeah, I mean, I've probably done a bit of everything in the sense of in the past I've had premises and done like day trains and classes and boarding trains and one-to-ones, packages, did it all, to be honest. Now I literally offer 2 products, which is a 10-week plan, which is effectively like a culmination of sessions. Obviously, there's a course to go through, group calls, unlimited WhatsApp, sessions as well, if I said that. But basically just to give people the maximum amount of support. Main reason I do that, I don't do the one-off sessions or anything similar to you guys, I'm sure, anymore. Mainly because I'm looking for people to be invested more than anything time-wise, so that we get some continuity, so we can get a bit of traction. Otherwise, it was like, and then I'll see them in 6 weeks, nothing's happened, the dog looks the same, the product looks rubbish, they're looking at me going, it's not working, and I'm like, I know for a fact what's going on. So I prefer people to be tied in. There's a bit of pressure there, motivation too, just like we know with dogs, works really, really well. So there's that, and then there's a 5-day boot camp, which is basically like people come and work with me for 5 and 10 days. It's always a 5-day thing, but it's technically more like a 5-week. So they get access to content, prep work, WhatsApp before they come. And typically that's the difference between the two is it's mainly heavily focused on off lead in 5 days. Is basically through the help of obviously e-collar stuff, which I appreciate you guys don't have access to where you are, but mainly we could do a bit of reactivity and a bit of loose. We can do a bit of everything, to be honest, but it's obviously not quite as in depth and as detailed as doing a 10-week plan. But typically the reason I offer that is because people can come from further afield. They want to work with me. There's accommodation in the village. They can stay there. Bring multiple dogs. So yeah, it's more mainly focused on getting dogs off lead, but it's just not quite necessarily as like detailed as say the 10-week plan. So that's all I offer now. This little one staying, granted, as a bit of a favour. But yeah, boarding trains is something I definitely recommend to, because I have mentorship myself, to up and coming trainers. But it's just something that now it's not something I do anymore. No, I've earned my stripes with that. and it's it's important, but like, so that's what I offer, and a mentorship as well.
Yeah.
How is that going?
They're really good, yeah, really, really good. It was actually Jacob's idea about a year ago. He was like, you should just do one. Just coming from the background that I had, and you've done a few different things. Obviously, been training dogs for like 14 years, done a variety of different things, different countries. So yeah, it's been really good. The fourth one is kicking in Feb. I'm just about to advertise for that. So, and again, I'm dead passionate about that, mainly because of the politics of the industry, what I've done, what I've experienced. I know firsthand what works, what doesn't, what's fluff, what's not.
I'm dying.
So, don't kick off.
No, I'll go.
Shut up.
Oh,
You ruined it.
I'm sorry. I know he was on a really good level there. And the
That's all right, don't worry.
All right.
You can go
It
again.
happens. Sorry. Okay, so your fourth one's starting.
Fourth mentorship's going to be starting in the next few weeks, yeah.
How long did they go for?
3 months.
Cool.
So it's very, very hands-on.
Yeah.
So it's not a course, it's not online. We have calls, but it's like you come, you watch, you learn, and I'll put you to work as well. It's very, very like hands-on focused.
We have a friend that would be good at that.
Fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. A friend of ours is here from Australia. She's a trainer in Sydney. Did the same posse training, behavioural thing that we did. She's got a spaniel, which you would, mate, you would froth on him. He's a weapon. He's she gave him up actually. She didn't like.
No,
She didn't give up ownership. She's put him into like foster care with another trainer, Moose, and he's now, what's he on? He's on koala scat, fox,
Scat.
something else, and he's doing koala detection in far north Queensland.
Oh, wow.
And he's got like he's broken some records, like the quickest koalas found and that sort of stuff.
He can differentiate between fresh and old now too.
Oh, wow.
Oh, cool.
Like he's amazing.
That's
Really
seriously cool.
dog. She's living here, been doing some stuff, but she's like, I don't know if it's later this year or early next year, she's looking at getting back on the tools. And she was like, do you reckon I go up and talk to the guys at the YCA? And I'm like, they won't take you on if you're going to leave. I'll tell you that. Like, they're just not going to be keen on short-term training. But it might be something you maybe should just come and do a mentorship with you.
Yeah.
Not underselling Jacob's one, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's a very different product. So like, he's very, crazy scale of things, and
Yeah.
whereas mine is very much bricks and mortar of like, this is how you train dogs. Not that doesn't cover it, but like, this is how you train dogs. This is how you deal with clients. This is how you, because it's, everybody says this, but it is about the humans. That's how I get the results I get. It's purely on the basis of how I communicate with the owners, how I deal with them. It's very delicate in how it's done, because I find sometimes trainers are too heavy-handed with the owners. I mean, this is wrong, that's wrong, can't believe this, can't believe that, you should be ashamed of yourself, da, 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 da.
Yeah.
And then equally, sometimes it's just getting that nice balance of, because ultimately, like you would with a dog, you're building criteria for the client as well. Sometimes you do need to deliver feedback that they need to hear, that they don't necessarily want to hear, obviously for the best interest of the dog. So yeah, it's very much like, come and see how we actually deal with aggression, come and see how we play with dogs properly, how we get dogs off the lead, how we use tools, obviously. But it is also the business side of how we get clients in, very, very similar to sort of how Jacob talks, obviously, because I'm a mentee of his.
Mm-hmm.
And then how we scale business, how we build a brand, how we start to tell a story on Instagram, how we build the following, all that stuff, email marketing, everything that is included as well. But it's very much focusing on the product being really, really good, because I always say the money will come. If you can get the proof and you can ram it down people's throats that another client, another happy client, the money will come. So it's the product that's so important, because I've been there before, I spent thousands and thousands and thousands, still like not being able to help dogs, still not be able to get dogs off lead, still not be able to, because I was just led down a road that doesn't do much for dogs, really.
It's funny how I think our product is different. Like the technique and the method of getting there, similar. We're all very like-minded in how we want to handle and train dogs, but because of our rules, I guess, like you can't be off-lead in Sydney. Right?
At all.
So, like
Long line
on your own property, and in an off-lead dog park.
Okay.
Sure, but everywhere else you're supposed to be on lead. Like there's a lot of zones. Like almost every time you walk into a park, there's a sign that
I vaguely remember
dogs
that.
allowed on a lead or off lead, and it's like the off lead. Like there's heaps of them. Like everyone's always whinging there's not enough. There's a lot of them, but they're shit because they're not very big, and you just end up with hundreds of dogs there, and you end up with, these guys are just, let's just go let him run around dog park, and then that dog just kicks off at the wrong dog, and then
We
all
have
fucking hell
the
breaks loose.
highest rate of dog attacks in Australia.
It doesn't make sense though, does it?
Yeah.
You're just bottlenecking all the dogs together
Yeah.
with lack of control.
Or none.
And novelty factor
It's almost like a club. When they get a puppy, they're like, we can't wait to get down to the dog park. Like, it's because that's why they're like, we want to be part of that. We'll go down to the dog park every Saturday with our dog, and like there's a little coffee machine there, and a groomer, and a dog wash, and it's all hell.
tricky.
Yeah, so like our finished product is not necessarily get the dog off lead.
Yeah, you've got to think outside the box, haven't you? Because
Yeah.
obviously you can only,
So when we go with like aggression, our end product is won't pull on the lead, won't lunge, won't react, can be around them. And like if they can get to that, they're like sweet. Now we can.
There's always work to be done. There's always things that you can improve. Obviously, it's just unfortunate, and we're in this position now where we've got people making a lot of noise about tools and methods who don't train dogs, or certainly don't get the results that they're professing that they do. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And this is why I'm so passionate about it, because it's an easy argument to suggest don't use a prong collar, don't use an e-collar. It is if you don't know anything about it. And I've been there. I can say this with confidence because I was that person. But it's so frustrating because we have the same problem here. There's big talks of trying to change everything in the UK now. I think we'll have a fight in our hands. And again, it's so frustrating because someone who genuinely cares about dogs, like really cares, as I know you guys do as well. But I mean, like, I'll lose sleep over it because, like Len, for example, my dog, there's not a cat in, he would be dead. 100% he would be dead if he wasn't conditioned to an e-collar, which I don't take credit for. Jacob did that.
Yeah,
but he would be dead.
That, right?
1,000,000%, because he can't. There's no way in which you can distribute the level of energy and frustration and drive that he has. Hence why he was in kennels for 3.5 years. Every home he went into, they brought him straight back because he was such a handful of a dog. Like, there he's a bit of a handful coming in. That's nothing in comparison to what he was.
Yeah.
And kicking off at dogs and distributing all those big feelings in the complete wrong way.
Yeah.
So the whole point of being able to use tools and use tools appropriately, and when I say appropriately, sometimes we're using them to be aversive, 100%. It's power steering. It's to do all the heavy lifting to be like, mate, you can't do that. However, why not we go and do something else instead? It's once you understand it, I really don't think that there's anybody that would actually disagree with it when you understand why you're doing it and how you're doing it.
Yeah.
For the best interest
when you experience it
of the dog.
well.
Yeah.
We chucked the knee collars on us while we were here because we don't get them. We've never seen them or touched them, so Owen couldn't wait to get them out and chuck them on. Like they give a pretty good smack too. Like if you get up there, I was up around 14 or something on the big one.
Oh yeah,
That was
chameleon.
crazy.
Yeah, it's a bit of a whack,
like,
isn't it?
There's hand-twitching stuff, but I mean, you're operating on like 1s and 2s and 3s. For
It didn't
five.
even hurt. It was just like, oh my god, that's a really intense feeling.
It's a stimulating.
But the thing I always say is, like, obviously the way in which we do it is crucial. Like, it's really important. We're not looking certainly the way I would do it to begin with, for reasons I won't bore you with. But it's we're trying. I'm trying to make, certainly for me personally, if I've got a dog that is aggressive and reactive and therefore not off the lead, my priority, unless there's a genuine safety concern of the dog nailing people on site, in the house or whatever, then my priority is going to be off lead. So I want to be able to condition that e-collar so that the dog can go off lead as quickly as possible. Obviously, safety permits, muzzles or whatever. I'm not necessarily going to take it to a dog park, but what I'm saying is I want to be able to, similar to what I was saying with Len, allow the dog to be able to distribute all that desire and hope and intention every single day, because that makes my training a lot easier. But ultimately, I want to make sure that there's minimum. We've got another doggy. There's minimal conflict with the collar initially. Right, girl?
You're so beautiful.
This is the famous olive spaniel.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Who needs a trim? But yeah, my point is that initially, I'm going to teach the dog that, hey, when you feel that sensation, come back to me initially. Yep. And it's important how we do it. And then, we can layer it in over other things. But the point I'm trying to suggest is that for me, the biggest aversive is the dog having a small world, same walks, no off lead. Granted, no play as well. So, like, for me, people go, I don't want to use that. And and that was me. But then when you actually understand, like her, for example, again, another product of it, like we lost her on several occasions, going back maybe 4 years ago, because she was super motivated and then she wasn't.
Yeah,
Boom.
gone.
After a pheasant, up on the tops, and we lost her for like 2 hours. And it was just super stressful. It happened again. And again, she doesn't wear one anymore. But like, she would have been on a long line still.
Yeah.
So it's just, I always say, what is the biggest aversive? Like, the biggest aversive for me is a dog having a small world, not getting off lead, not getting to run, not getting to do everything within reason that they're designed to do. And people often it's more about them than the dog, in the sense of they're more uncomfortable with the belief or the idea that they can't get past it.
Yep.
And then the dog, unfortunately,
misses out.
And
And that sort of...
And that's why it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Because it's genuinely, this is about the dogs.
I can get that. I was really confronted the first time we got to see the punishment protocol. Like, it was...
On this trip?
No.
Originally.
When we were in Queensland.
I'm going to say, yeah.
Queensland.
Yeah, no, not this
I
trip.
was like,
we teach it now.
Yeah, I felt so bad.
Yeah, I
Like,
did the first time.
horrible.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if I'm comfortable doing this, but like, obviously you could see why they needed it. But I can see why everyone runs through that emotions of
Yeah.
like, this doesn't feel
Because you're
right.
human. at the end
Particularly
of the
where
day.
we are too. Like, we're in the area we live is it's dominated by a very posse only vibe, and exactly what you just described is the recipe for all the reasons people call us, right? Like, it's something goes wrong, but then can't walk the dog, don't take the dog out, dog's locked in the yard, dog doesn't get any fulfillment, people can't play with the dog because he's too bitey or aggressive or jumpy, people can't come over. Like, it just snowballs into that recipe of just self-destruction, really, because you're not dealing with the problem. When if you just put a little bit of boundary and a bit of like conditioning in place.
And it's the same, like, you know, sometimes, yeah, you fight fire with fire. I'm happy to say that, depending on the dog and what you're trying to achieve. But so much of the time, it's actually way less than people actually think.
Yep.
And you know yourself, you know, you deliver punishment very similar, I'm sure. Oh, conditioning it, sorry.
Yep.
Like, and it's, how many big scary dogs have you done that with and it didn't take that much?
Yeah.
It's mad, isn't it?
To be fair, the bigger ones are the bigger sooks. It's the
biggest
the
one.
middle drivey Aussie.
These little
was the
buggers.
gnarliest. Yeah, they tend to have a bit more stubbornness in them, don't they? Like the big ones, like, oh yeah, cool, sound like
2 rounds and they're
don't
done.
do that. Like, I'm done, and they cop it too. They're like, yeah, sweet, I won't do that because we'll go and do this. They get their roughness. But oh mate, we're panicking about getting off the plane because I think the prong collar's been ruled out while we've been over here. Like, they literally put the prong collar on the offline when we third day here or something. We saw a notification that they've been outlawed in New South Wales or something. I was like, oh, shit's really going to hit the fan.
But this is the thing, like,
particularly for the bigger places that do the board and trains and stuff. They're like in like what do you call it, inner west, you know, Pat Stewart sort of area and all that, where all that was. Did you get to see all that stuff?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Like, in that area, there's a lot of those big sort of complexes doing dog training and
much
stuff.
pushback, do you reckon? Or?
Yeah, from us and everyone else, but like,
There is a
it's just
dog training society that helps, like...
yeah, they literally put a post up saying it's been proven that you don't need it. You can train dogs without it. But it's like, on what study? Did you get like 5 Labradors and just give them treats and no punishment and get a good dog?
This is
that's
where the only thing that I think is, like, everything I see is a pendulum, yeah, in life in general, from fashion to music to food to.
You're right. It'll snowball so much.
Two things are going to happen. Either, and this is why I'm so passionate about it and I get so pissed off, because obviously, like, I mean, from a business point of view, you don't need to worry. Your business is going to go through the roof.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have more and more dogs who are crazy and this and that and da da da.
Yeah.
Obviously, where you're going to struggle in certain scenarios is then being able to deliver that product in a way in which you are capable of doing.
Or in a swift time.
Yeah.
That's the big one, right?
But again, it comes down to the fact that we're either going to have to the point where you've got cockapoos and, you know, I can't think of an easy breed. They're not very easy.
Oodles,
but
any of the
cockapoos
oodles.
smashing people in.
Yeah.
And then they're going to be like, maybe having dogs isn't a good idea. Maybe we should get rid of dogs. And that sounds really dramatic. But, like, I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow. But, like, in the next couple of decades, I think we're going to see, unless we have pushback, a crazy amount of legislation coming in. You can see it in Europe. Like, there's so many dog breeds that you can't have in certain countries that you can have here.
Yep.
I'm talking like Rottweilers and German Shepherds.
They can't have them.
In certain countries. Obviously, all the tools have gone.
Yep.
And it's like, we've got this rhetoric of like, oh yeah, well, you can do, like, who?
Yeah.
Show me. But this is obviously the same. It's boring, isn't it? Because that's all we see online. Jacob's obviously a massive voice, as there is many others, obviously.
Yeah.
Who do a really good job of raising the awareness on that. But my point is that it's either that, or it's going to get to the point where it's like, well, hang on a minute, like, meritocracy, like, show us it.
Yeah.
All these people making noise, let's see.
Yeah.
It's going to have to get, unfortunately, maybe so bad that then something has to be done, or they just go, no, I'm taking dogs off.
It'll get real bad, and then somebody will be like, you know what, I have one of those old tools. Let's see if it works. And then maybe they'll make a resurgence like that. So you just have to be the centre of attention. You're gorgeous. Centre of attention.
She particularly likes men.
Oh, good. I like you too. Look at her. The hair is just like...
It has to be like the fringe. She's very long at the minute, and it's very impractical for sitting on this sofa, which, you know, the wrong colour, really. But
yeah.
No, she's the right colour.
I bet you're not normally... I bet you're... She got up very slowly, like she's not normally allowed up here.
No, she is.
She is? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Anything goes with Brooke.
Right.
But yeah, no, but I get very passionate about it because I genuinely have a massive passion for dogs, and I just think, like, people who say there's this, that and the other, like, I don't want my dog on a long line.
Yeah.
I don't want my dog to be, like, it's when they've had it, certainly that one, as good as it gets, like, I'm not interested in.
Yeah, well, like
it's just so frustrating, and it's the dogs that I'm bothered about.
Yeah. And you've seen the clips of my dogs and stuff, and that they're more and more freedom they get. Because even when we started the program, I got so busy in the program that I didn't neglect them. I just neglected their training a bit. And I watched Wally's recall within about a week, just gone. And I was like, oof, he's ignored me 3 times this week. Right, back on the line.
Yeah.
Drilled it, went back over it, couple extra markers, bit extra conditioning, and like now it's like bang on again. And then it just, every time I take him out, it just reminds me, like, I see a lot of people walking their dogs, and I'm like, I'll walk next to him and he'll do tricks and stuff, and it makes me laugh, and we play, which is fun. But watching him sprint, like run, fuck, it looks cool. He just looks so happy. Both of them, the two of them, like at full flight. There's nothing better. I just fucking stand there and watch.
Yeah.
You know, like just watching them run like that, loose and off lead. Just
it's the best feeling.
Oh, mate, and everyone's like, you good? I'm like, yeah, I just fucking love watching him run. Like, absolutely love it. Like, he flies.
It's the best.
It's a whole different thing. You know, this is gorgeous. And when you get into cuddles and the sookie moments with him and stuff, it's epic. But when I get to I don't care if he's not looking at me and we're not doing something, but when he's running, I'm just like, yes.
That's what I mean. I'm so passionate about it, and I just think, like, we're lucky, like, out the back here, this is just all woods.
Yeah.
So we can come out of the house and go down the track and then we're literally into the woods, and then you can walk all over the top. So she swims every day. Len gets to run as fast as he wants.
Yeah.
Len comes out running with me.
Yeah.
Comes out with the boys as well, which he loves.
Yeah.
Because and that's the lucky thing about the minute, we can go wherever we want in the UK.
You can do all that.
So
you've got no leash laws here or anything like that, is there?
No one follows anything. They should do, but like, we've, you know, technically you might have your dog on a lead in public. Lots of people don't. They should do, but I agree, and I'm very, very passionate about it because I just think that there's a potential, and if you look at big organisations and what they're talking about, and like they don't want people with dogs. Like, it's very obviously clear that they want to. Whether they'll get that, I don't know. I hope to think not.
Yeah.
But it's something that, you know, I'm very passionate about and talk about a lot, and because and the way to do it is, you know, you've got to give them that feedback on both sides, and that is literally it.
Yeah.
In conjunction with everything else, your lifestyle, you play, you know, breed specifics and all that.
Yeah.
It's a sweet spot. It's a perfect combo.
It'll be one of those shitty things where if they do a study for it, it'll be run by the non.
And also, I just feel for you guys, like, you know, and don't get me wrong, it sharpens other tools in your toolkit. You play and your punishment markers and things like that.
Yeah, timing. Like we said that when we were here. Like, we were much more fussy about like timing and delivery of markers and communication with the dogs because we're limited to that. We haven't got the e-collar portion of it, so we're like on them. Like when we're working a crew in a group or in a 1-to-1, we're like real fussy. Timing, you're out, need to be quicker. I want you to do it as soon as they look at you. Like, really drum this in perfectly. because we have to, you know. But anyway, all right, let's take a fucking U-turn. What do you want, a kiss?
Probably. But I wouldn't like to kiss you, she eats shit.
Oh, you've been eating shit. Awesome. Poo kisses.
She looks cute and fluffy and princess, but you are a scruff bag. Yep.
So the podcast has been running, I don't know, this might be episodes, I hate to guess.
Like 7 or 8.
7 or 8.
Yeah.
It could be in there, 6, 7 or 8. We sort of do one with me and Alyssa where we chat and then we get guests in and stuff like that. And it's kind of targeted, I guess, at general public, not necessarily trainers. And if me and you keep talking about training stuff, they'll all just be like, what the fuck are these two guys talking about, right? So we have like a theory. Do you want, here, you can give us the background on your, what's the dog's name?
Which one?
I've forgotten. Your imaginary golden retriever.
Oh, Peach.
Peaches.
Peaches.
Peaches. And let's say we're at about 4 months, and you're just starting to do some more off-lead recall without an e-collar and maybe lead work or something like that. But let's ask Simon what he thinks would be the next best thing to be working on. Go.
You just said it.
Well, now, but you say it.
Okay.
And then Lockie will cut me out.
Okay. All right. Peaches is just about to enter teenagehood. I need to stop her from pulling on the lead, and I want to have like a banging recall by the time she's 1. Like, what should I do?
Would you say everything? Or are we assuming this dog's motivated on...
Yeah, so
Yes.
we've got food motivation.
Food drive and play drive. She's a
Yeah.
very good girl.
We did
Okay,
that.
so she'll play and eat anywhere,
Yeah.
pretty much?
A lot
Markers
of
and all that.
environmental socialization.
But she's pulling on the lead. Is that correct, you said? Pulling on the
I'd
lead?
say you've just got a yes marker.
Yes
You've
marker.
probably just got a yes marker and play.
Yeah. And,
Nothing else.
and
No
been,
obedience.
And been taken.
Lots of exposure.
Yeah.
Okay, so we want her to walk nice on the lead.
Yeah.
And recall.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I mean, I definitely first and foremost, I'd be, and she's what's the dog breed?
Golden retriever.
Golden retriever. So I'd definitely be, and sorry to be annoying. Do they live in the city or do they live in a house with a garden or
Apartment.
apartment? So they've
Residential
Okay.
area.
So they live in a building and they've no garden.
No
They have to
garden.
go out downstairs. Okay. So I always say this is like a different game, purely on the basis that your margin for error is very small. In the terms of you've got to step out that first door, you've got to walk to a lift or a stairs or whatever. You've got to deal with people popping out, dogs and so on. So it's a completely different game. And funnily enough, I worked with a golden retriever in the summer last year who did the program and then emigrated to Denmark. And he was really good boy, quite reactive and horrendous on the lead with no recall. And he was going to live abroad and he couldn't use e-collar, so we had to think outside the box. So this is an interesting one.
Yeah.
So ultimately play, essentially, depending on how hyped up the dog is, you want to be playing with your dog personally before you take the dog out. I'm not saying you immediately then take the dog out. You might give the dog a few minutes just to simmer, but ultimately you want to be, meeting those needs, plenty of tug, mainly tug so that we create that experience. That's the easiest way then to play fetch, but you already told me she's got toy drive. But ultimately, really letting the dog have a valve release. First things first, just so that we have a fighting chance of actually getting the dog under control. Then in terms of what I tend to do in buildings, I'll make a big deal about doorways and release cues, so in the sense that just so that we're setting the tone, that slow is fast. So I tend to say to them, nice and slow means you'll get out of the building a lot quicker. If you're using speed and power and force, it's going to slow you right down. In the sense that door opens, dog moves, door shuts. Opens again, dog moves, door shuts. We just teach the dog slow is fast. Nice release cue. You might get him pinging out like a rocket, but it's fine. But essentially just setting that tone. Now, with loose lead walking, for me, the biggest thing is having a loophole. So ultimately, you're not going to be able to loose lead walk the dog the entire time. So you're going to need different pieces of equipment. So you're going to either need a harness, or you're going to need a flat collar. Can you use a slip lead, or they took that off you as well? Yep. Okay. So you can use a flat collar maybe to get the dog out of the building. So you can referee a little bit, but ultimately I'd have the dog probably on a release cue for those listening. It's just the dog's not in work mode basically.
Yep.
Maybe not drag you, but they can put a little bit of pressure in or keep them on the harness. Navigate through the building if this is early stages, and then when you get outside, we may then change a piece of equipment to a slip lead. Just means then that the dog's not done anything wrong. You've not poisoned your equipment. You then get downstairs, you change a piece of equipment, and you're effectively right, green light, we're now working. So you're going to get absolute 100% success rate of what it is that you're trying to achieve, even if it's really shit, if that makes sense. But you're protecting the equipment. Where people go wrong is they create a massive grey area with loose lead walking, and I was doing this yesterday with a border collie who's just come on the plan, in that they've done all the mechanics, they've taught the dog where to be, they've taught the dog where they're going to get paid, how to deal with lead pressure, how to turn lead pressure off, and so on and so forth. But then the dog will just immediately go back to pulling, and it's mainly because there's no clarity, there's no you're working, you're not working, you're working, you're not working. And also they use the same piece of equipment. So the dog just, when they can't be asked, or when they've got to run around the block, the loose lead walking goes out the window.
Yeah.
So then the dog's like, okay, don't have to do this all the time actually. So when you are trying and you're like, come on, do it, the dog's just like, yeah, but I know you'll give up in a minute. So the equipment, having a loophole is crucial, because it just means that you can chill, the owner can chill and be like, hey, don't worry about it, he's pulling on a harness, we're not even going to use that later on. And it just then means you're getting a real nice, efficient piece of training, and then you can actually get on with your walk, because otherwise you're not going to get anywhere, because you're just going to be like, right, turn or back here or stop or whatever, and you're never going to get anywhere, and it's like a chicken and egg scenario. So then the dog's getting frustrated, the dog's pulling more, and it's just a mess. It's just a real mess. So by having a loophole, like a harness or whatever I've just said, can just make your life so much easier. And in actually teaching it, probably won't go into the mechanics necessarily right now, but ultimately, like, there's a million one ways to teach it. I keep it very simple and just, I won't. Do you want me to explain that or not?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
So typically
if you guys can't follow, just send us a message. We'll tell you how to do it.
all right. So ultimately, probably send it to you guys. There's a million one ways to teach it. Sometimes, depending on the dog, I might teach lead pressure first, so just teach them that when you follow pressure, marker, pay the dog. Usually not, and I'll just go straight onto either a flat collar or a slip lead. And essentially, all I'm going to do is have dog and food on the same side. Just means I can be rewarding the dog nice and easy. And I'm just going to create that pocket of space. So I'm going to set off the dog's nose sort of in front of my toes, and then turn, tap, tap, bring them in, turn. You're going to be turning a lot to begin with. And then when the dog, you get a bit of duration, yes marker, pay, and then you're going to build it up from there. Left turns, right turns, just make the dog aware of where you're going to be. And you're just effectively just creating a pocket of space. But the key thing for me is having a release cue. So you can tell the dog, have a nice long lead, so you can be like, okay, mate. And what you need to do is have real clarity in terms of when you're working and you're in that heel position. I personally don't like it any longer than a few minutes, because it's not that fun and the dog's not asked. But ultimately, I do need it. But when the dog's in that heel position, no sniffing, no stopping. Obviously, let the dog have a wee and a poo at the start of the walk. But once that's out of the way, no, you're walking with me for the next 90 seconds, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it is. I'm going to pay you. But then when you're on release cue, I make it so obviously different. I don't pay the dog. I don't talk to the dog. If the dog stops, I will stop with the dog. I will let them sniff. They're not going to drag me, but they can dictate within reason. So then it's so obviously different. It's very black and white. Not just like a lot of people, they have this grey area. So that's typically how I do it. And then recall is sort of, I would say, sort of part of the same training family, in the sense that it's essentially, we're creating a... All right, girl. Oh dear. In the sense that what we're trying to achieve is the dog orientating back to us, ultimately. The way you want to be doing that, obviously, on a long line, making sure that we've got control, be mixing it up as well. So you've got your play, you've got your food. Ultimately, you're going to need both, because you're not necessarily going to be able to play in every scenario. Equally, sometimes the dog will get full, so you're not necessarily always going to be able to use food as well. But ultimately, there's a million different ways you can do it. You can do some restrained recalls, or what's the better word for that? That's not the right word normally.
Where somebody will hold the puppy
someone holds the dog.
Yeah, someone holds the puppy back and call get a
and you
bit
teach,
of a lunge
just,
and then go.
teach the mechanics first.
Opposition reflex almost into the bit of a push.
Absolutely. And then obviously using a long line. And you can start this indoors, obviously, even to begin with, just to get that conditioned response. But essentially it's the same thing, following lead pressure, markers, paying.
I think I like what you said there about coming out of the house. Switching your tools really lets you focus on one thing with a dog. When I'm doing something with a dog, I try, like, you can get really, if you're trying to do what am I trying to say? If you're trying to do like threshold or doorway work,
You're just spinning
and then you
loads
go
of plates.
straight into lead work in the same moment, the dog shits the bed. They can't.
The owner
Particularly if it's
does
not
as well.
learned. Yeah, the owners
You're
can't
spinning
comprehend
loads
it.
of plates, and then they're like, oh god, oh shit, right, well, oh, and it just gets messy.
Once it's learned, dogs can manage a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're teaching it, particularly with a puppy, like you said, just switch your tools up, give them a bit of that. What did you call it? Like a loophole.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to be good here. As long as you do that, we'll just get out of the house.
Yeah.
And then swap over to the tools, which is, exactly the same. And we'll use a slip, a flat collar. We generally try and tell clients to stay away from harnesses because they just end up being a pain.
They can be good for the reasons I just explained, but
It's all they just have all the shitty no pulling ones that are really bad for their
Yeah.
legs.
yeah, even the ones with the straps as well.
Yeah.
It's not great. Really not great.
Strap and a front pull, and
It's just like really just makes the dog feel weird.
just put them on a collar. Decently thick one. It's going to be a bit soft around the neck, right?
Absolutely. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There you go. Now we got our dog training bit out of the way. What else should we talk about?
What's your favourite dog breed?
Favourite dog breed?
Yeah.
Not spaniels. Sorry, Olive.
Well, you have a bit of a reputation to be the spaniel king, wasn't it? Wasn't that Jacob's push for you to just
Yeah, it wasn't mine.
Niche down on spaniels.
I get, because of her, I get a lot of interest from spaniel owners.
Yeah.
I've worked in the last 12 months. I've probably worked with I've probably done 12 to 15 aggressive spaniels.
Yeah, wow.
Human aggressive, a lot. Some worse than others.
For that breed.
I see it all the time.
Really?
Yeah. All the
I
time.
don't. I mean, we don't really see many
Serious
spaniels, do we?
resource guarders.
Yeah.
I always say this, she's not a difficult dog, really.
No.
She's got a bit of spice in her, but she's a good. She bit me a few times, but she wouldn't.
No.
She wouldn't. She wouldn't.
wouldn't.
She wouldn't dream of anything in
You
this scenario.
wouldn't.
It was mainly early doors when she was not used to sharing brook, and she was like, "Fuck this guy."
Yeah, people.
But this scenario, she's never going to bite anyone. But yeah, what I'm trying to say, I always say spaniels are if you had a spaniel in a Len's body, it'd be fucked. Because they're so tenacious, they can deal with pressure so well, their arousal goes crazy. They're such a tenacious breed, and some of them not to be fucked with. So I get a lot of resource guarders, guarding space. I've just finished with one, which was probably some of my most proudest work, if I'm totally honest. And
Nice.
the review's coming out. It was 37 minutes long, the review,
Nice.
which I'm obviously going to edit.
Yeah, we'll cut that down.
But it was because they were that over the moon. And this guy's now off lead, not guarding, not biting people, not kicking off with dogs. He's playing, he's swapping things, he's dropping things that he shouldn't have. He had separation anxiety, he can be left. We've literally done everything in the book with this dog. And I've got another one who's a similar, and we're getting there now. But very long answer to your question. Generically bull breeds, staffies probably specifically.
Yeah, cool.
I just have working in rescue. I have a big affiliation with them. But I love all dogs. Love all dogs. That's why I love Len so much, because he's just bull breed.
Yeah.
He's an idiot. But I actually really like these guys.
I do love Dashi.
You're slightly annoying, but you're very cute.
Yeah.
But I do like Daxies. But mate, I love them all.
Yeah.
Really do like lots of them. But if I had to pick, probably Staffy.
Yeah. It's like kind of people who have a car collection, right? They have an off-road car, a camper, a sports car.
Yeah, it's a good way of putting it.
You got to have your sports dog, your medium sort of lap fun dog, and then you've got to have you just.
One of the coolest
snuggle
dogs I met last year, is a big shout out to a lady called Sam in America. She has adventure dog training, and she has the coolest lab I've ever seen. He's called Slate. And he was Olive's coat, dead shiny and black.
Yeah, black.
Ask Jacob about him. He's one of the coolest dogs I've ever met.
Yeah, sick.
Unreal.
Yeah.
And he was, so I'd happily have one of them as well. So I don't know. We will probably get more dogs at some point.
Yeah.
Definitely.
When you move to Australia.
Yeah.
I'll have a fucking field of
Yeah. Don't tempt
buy
me.
a big property in Queensland.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Favorite dog. What's the dream for the Mutt Nutt? Where's it going to go? Is there a
dream for the Mutt
Is there a
Nutt?
big 10-year plan, or next year we're opening a training school in the sky?
To be honest, there's a lot of affirmations from a business standpoint. Like I'm quite an ambitious guy, similar to you guys. So yeah, there's some milestones I want to hit. Last year was great. I genuinely still, like, I probably getting this vibe. I genuinely care about dogs like a crazy amount. So I'm not looking to step away or anything like that. Not that you were insinuating that. I just mean like I like to be hands on the ground still.
Yeah, yeah.
Very much. I have no intention of taking anybody on. Sorry guys, but I don't. No intention of bringing anybody into the brand. I'm far too protective of it. The mentees is that's like sort of as close as it's gonna get. YouTube is a big one. Really want to take over that scene. Not so much with Jake. Like Jacob does such a good job of all the educational stuff, and as do other people. I genuinely think he's the best though. But there's other really good channels out there documenting things, like so many. But I want to bring a slightly different vibe to it, in the vloggy stuff. So YouTube's a big thing that I'm gonna push quite heavily. But yeah, ultimately, like, still want to be very hands-on with dogs, and potentially going to, I don't know, maybe get involved with the scrap that will be in the UK of like all the stuff we were talking about a second ago. Been very, very passionate about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, ultimately, immediately, it's trialing Len. Want him trialing PSA.
Yeah, you said that later this year, right?
Potentially, we'll see how we get on. That's the plan.
We'll put a photo up of Lenny.
Yeah.
Somewhere here. Lucky will.
He is. He's a
Put
good
it
boy.
up. We'll get one. We've got to get one before we leave. You take the photo of Lenny, and then Lockie, you put it up there. Done.
So Len's an immediate factor. YouTube's like super important as well. But yeah, just helping dog trainers know what they're doing, so that the world's a better place for dogs. Probably more travel as well. This year is going to be more seminars for the Mutt Nutt. I've already got a couple booked in the UK.
Cool.
But I really want to spread the brand awareness a little bit more.
I haven't done one yet, but it's on my notes to do.
I did one as force free, but they were shy. So
Yeah.
I want to do them as like the new Mutt Nutt.
Yeah.
It's been I was giving seminars 5 years ago, but in fact longer.
Yeah.
But like of one-sided stuff. So I've really I've been asked before. I'm like, nah. I want to. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it really shit out. It's going to be good.
Yeah, sick.
So that's the plan.
Well, I'll definitely reach out to you and get details about that, because it's something I've got like notes. Start doing a webinar, do a seminar, do webinars and stuff. But getting in front of people on the beaches is going to be big, just to try and share that knowledge, particularly in our area.
You and Sydney would be a good spot to come
You,
to.
yeah, you do.
For all posy people.
That's exactly why we need you.
Yeah, true.
That's why we need you there.
Yeah.
They're not. No, it's like
They're okay punishing their dogs. They just don't want to, I think, admit that it's okay.
yeah.
They've
So
been shunned so much.
to be fair, like
I'd do it anyway.
the tools,
I'm
the
going.
tools, we'll fill it. The tools, when we first introduced, like we do all our aggression course that we do and our group classes and the boot camp that we're going to run is predominantly all just done on a slip, because the area has never seen one before. People don't use them. So it's the first tool to go on a dog, and they're okay with using it, and it's effective, right? The dog's never really been told off. So pop on the slip, bang, dog's like, whoa, what the hell, shock, horror, and they learn.
Yeah.
The prong still has that like medieval torture device look.
Yeah, it does, to be fair.
Totally. Yeah, they're
Probably
crazy looking
yeah,
things.
probably the safest thing you can put on your dog, though, weirdly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, just better in general. But I've put a couple on 2 or 3 dogs, but probably the more spicier of the dogs, a couple of staffies and like bull Arab sort of style breeds, a bit more bully stuff. And you're just like, this dog, you'll be a flag in the wind if this dog takes off. I want you on a prong. You're going to be in a group scenario with a lot of dogs, like you're a little lady. And we do get a lot of lady handlers. But to be fair, most of them I have to sort of go over and be like, okay,
chill out.
Don't take the dog's head off. Like I think
so often the case.
Yeah, there's a preconception that with tools we're here to like hurt the animals and like, really whack it. I'm like, just chill, man. Like, the dog's got the idea, and then obviously you lean into that emotional stuff. But I think because of the area we're in, they don't see tools at all. When you do bring in even a tool, it's super effective. But we haven't had anybody, like not one, sort of go like, oh no, I don't want to use tools. None. Most people
I
reach
get
out.
very little resistance, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
The way I position it, the way I'm on my calls, like I'm just, like you two came into my house, you both got rugby tackled off my dogs.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get me wrong, if you didn't want that, I can stop it.
Yeah.
But
well,
I'm just...
to be fair, he was in the crate when we came in.
Yeah, but I mean,
Then
like,
you let him out.
she like... Who gives a fuck? Like, she's like this. This is why I have a dog, for people to enjoy them.
Yeah.
So like, I always,
love
this is how I proposition
You
it.
are
Is like, just
sure.
because she's E-collar conditioned, she's not short of a bollocking when I've seen her smash like chin dogs in the past. Like, she's more than capable.
No.
Spicy lady.
Well, she wouldn't now because again, she's got solid punishment markers. So she's looking at me like, I ain't gonna do this because I know you're gonna.
Yeah.
But my point is, you can do both. Like, you can do all this shit.
Yeah.
And like, who gives a fuck? Like, but you come back when you. The biggest thing is come back when you're called and don't smash anyone in.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
That's a big eye opener for us too. While we've been here and doing all the stuff, we get like, oh, can we do sit down, roll over, weave, middle, like a lot of like obedience and like that.
It's like that in America. They're obsessed.
Yeah, I think it's the
show off kind of thing. If
Yeah,
my
it's-
dog can listen to me by doing all of this,
It's
people are
what's-
more impressed.
It's a quick, easy win, isn't it?
No, it's what's advertised as a well-trained dog,
Okay, yeah.
right? Like, it's just, like if you look at the food marketing from the vet and all that sort of stuff, it's always dry food and just junk, right? So we're like big raw food preachers, and all our dogs are on stupidly expensive diets and stuff. And then there's always that concept of when you get a puppy, you've never had a dog before, you're getting a puppy, and the advice you get is how far or how many times a day it needs to be walked and how far it needs to be walked, and how expensive or how much food it is going to eat each day. They're the two sort of old school tasks. Like, you're getting a Kelpie, or you're going to have to walk it a lot. It's going to need 20 k's a day. It's going to eat. You're getting a Great Dane, or it's going to eat heaps. They're the concepts of what you get told when you first get a puppy, right? Not like, oh, you're going to have to train it and do this and do that.
Yeah.
And then when they talk about training, like, it's just videos of dogs catching frisbees and doing tricks. It's not training this. Like, and then when you sit them down and they're like, oh no, it's like less than that. Like, we're literally just going to teach you how to say yes and no, and then go home. Just start saying yes and no at the appropriate time.
It's like, I think on my program we teach off lead, loose lead, off switch.
Yeah.
Plays separate to that. And your markers, but other than that, you don't need anything.
Well, you've got all, like, you create your marker word, your food drive, and your play drive,
Yeah.
your fundamentals. You all have to do that before you do anything with it.
Yeah. But I mean, like, actually, what do we now teach? Like, it's now.
Yeah.
You don't need this. Is what I
And
mean.
I do less and less because I classically fell into. We're going to waffle for a bit, but I classically.
What
fell
time do you
into
fly?
You'll never be rid of me. No, we'll wrap up in like 5 minutes. We'll be coming up.
Go and get some food.
We'll go get some food. But yeah, I was that guy. Like, I trained Wally like that because I thought that would fix his reactivity. And I've told this story a million times, but he's got a trick list a mile long. He'll touch and weave and smile and roll and go between your legs and go get stuff and jump on things and do all sorts of fancy healing and all that. And then as soon as I said free, he just would go and fight someone. Straight up.
Yeah.
Like, you'd proof it and you proof it and you proof it, and they're like, cool, he'll now do all these tricks off lead. You stay over here.
Yeah, we're going to have a fight in a minute if we're not careful.
Come on.
Maeve's going to behave. You've been very good.
But yeah, like, you proof it and you're doing it all off lead, and you're like, sick, I can train. Like, he's listening to me off lead. So then you're then free, and he would just go and fight the closest dog. That's a fucking idiot.
He doesn't do that anymore.
That's the
He
part.
doesn't do that anymore.
That's the thing.
Now he's
of
off lead, multiple dogs, big and little. We get rushed by dogs probably every week, and I'm still in shock at how well he responds after the last
good work, mate.
3 months of like more balanced work we've done with him.
Good work. I mean, she got bitten by one of these
Yeah.
the other day, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is going to kick off."
She's going to fire back.
And she just went.
Yeah, see
I was like, "Oh, right, okay."
Yeah, and I think, well, he's quite there yet. I think he'd probably still have a bit of a temper tantrum if somebody went him, but he's much better at like being rushed over and then sniffing him. He's just like, "Whoa, what the fuck are you doing here?" And I just call him away, and he's sweet.
Oh, nice.
So
good
loving
work,
it.
mate.
Yeah, it's been a win-win. All right. Do you want to tell everybody where they can find you, follow you, and check you out? And we'll put up on the wall here.
The Mutt Nutt. TheMuttNutt.com is me. The Mutt Nutt on Instagram. The Mutt Nutt on YouTube. YouTube, go and follow it. Everybody's
like
follow it. I've only got
Yeah.
like 400 subscribers, if that.
400.
Yeah.
I think we've got 5.
So I've only done one
Follow us
episode.
first.
I've done one episode. Another one's coming out this weekend, actually.
Yeah, I saw that. Comes out Monday, right?
So we're really going to be trying to crank these out. I've got Ellie who works with me, Media Girl. She's amazing. She's really, really good, so she's helping me with that. But yeah, YouTube is the thing. But Instagram, yeah, is my baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can reach out to me there. But yeah, YouTube, everybody go and subscribe.
Sweet.
And
Hopefully we'll see you in
welcome
New
to the
Zealand.
Mutt Nutt universe.
Yeah, Mutt Nutt universe, yeah. Well, you've been, Jacob quite often refers to you as the best dog trainer in the universe.
Well, there is that. So
There is
I've
that.
got
And
I've got a mug with it on, but
Yeah. You also have a large following of female supporters. I saw on the weekend there was girls smitten when you showed up.
was a bit
Squeaking,
funny.
it was sort of squeaking, oh, he's here! And then they ran off and hid.
They did. They did.
It was hilarious. But yeah, so, all right. Anything else?
Thanks for having us.
no,
Yeah, thanks.
no, I
Also,
appreciate you
just
guys.
like random, your decor in your house is beautiful.
Yeah, this is the coolest.
Like, is this
and
all
most-
Brooke or did you contribute?
Yeah, no, I Brooke is amazing. She runs a very tight ship.
Yeah.
But we have very similar taste. And yeah, this house is 100 and, something like 100. I think it's like 180 years old. It's
Oh,
it's
really?
old.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Old house. So yeah, no, mostly Brooke. She runs a tight
This is
ship.
the most beautiful house I've been in this country.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
It's
She
stunning.
will be buzzing with that.
Epic. So glad we could come in.
No.
I'll hire her to design my house when I'm older.
Yeah. She wants to move to Australia, so she'll happily do that.
All of this she'll love it in Australia. All the wood and like the raw beams and the white and stuff.
Yeah,
She'll
that's
kill
what we were about. We like the old fashioned stuff.
it. Yeah, you guys would do well like in the Hunter Valley on a farm. I
Yeah.
reckon.
Definitely.
Hopefully we're going to see you in New Zealand. We're definitely going to do this again next time we catch
Yeah,
up.
man, definitely.
And then yeah, let's just fucking rip in for 2026.
Absolutely.
Sick.
Appreciate you guys.
Cool.
Thanks for having
Let's go
us.
get some
Thank
food.
you. See you guys. Yoo-hoo.